That's interesting.
Yeah, this feeds straight onto the overlay.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, it will come up on the.
Hello and welcome back to the Men's Roller Derby World Cup here in Barcelona. Argentina about to take on Wales.
This is going to be a thriller of a game. It is the game for the group, so whoever wins this automatically goes through to the quarterfinals. And so, but there's still a lot to play for. Whoever comes second in this game also has a chance because of the thrilling first day we've already had, Brom.
Yeah, we saw some great points yesterday picked up by both Argentina and Wales, and it is close for that second place. Wales looking quite likely to go through to the quarterfinals. Let's take a quick look at the rosters for each of the teams. So for Argentina, we've got Fermin Sosa, 08 Pibe, 087 Leah, 10 Chispa, 12 Maro Cruz, 2 KQ, 20 Party Boy, 21 Heavy Dolch, 22 Optimus Quad, 26 Raquelin Vasquez, 28 Jose Augusto Sanchez, 3 Victor Diaz, 4 Nicolas Bergachalo, my apologies, 7 Black Shadow, and 99 Gregorio Donet.
And for Wales, we have number 7 Lewis Hassel, number 1 Luke Mainwaring, 13 Don Watson, 1471 Matthew Hurlston, 19 Farron Ashby, 198 Owen Oliver, 218 Mark Longworth, 26 Martin Swift, 2828 Luke Ashton, 32 Vaughan Budd, 33 Dave Shaw, 43 James Clark, 8055 Paul Burrows, 918 Jay Clutterbuck, and 925 Thornflakes. So that is the roster for these two teams. They've never actually met, they've never actually competed against each other, so this will be a great game.
Yeah, and we were talking just before we came on, looking at there's a couple of players for Team Wales that have had, there's 3 that have played all 3 Men's World Cups. Luke Mainwaring, James Clark.
And Luke Ashton, having been to 2014 and 2016. And Argentina, again, a number of the team have been to all 3 World Cups. So it's strange that they haven't actually met before.
But a very different looking Wales team to what we've seen in previous World Cups. And we are underway.
And it's Mainwaring with a hit out on Chispa and a recycle behind the jam line. But the same happens to Oliver from Donnet.
A very fast-moving pack.
These two teams have very different skating styles. Wales are a very physical team. Argentina are known for their agility and their footwork. So I think this first couple of jams are going to be testing each other out and working out how to best lock down the jammers and build up that defence.
Luke Mainwaring off to the box for a forearms penalty, and Argentina pick up the first lead of the game.
But that did take 45 seconds. So I think this is going to be hard fought for every lead and every point.
Oliver being recycled back to the end of turn 2. Chispa on a scoring pass, picks up the full 5.
But Oliver dances through on the inside to complete that initial pass. And a whip around on the inside from Argentina to try and get Chispa through to complete that scoring pass, which he does and calls the jam.
Argentina finish the jam with 2 in the Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box. Looking like number 99 only has about a second to serve.
But picking up 10 points in that jam, first points of the game. So on the jam line for Wales, it is Ashton, and he is facing off against Cruz.
A strong pack advantage for Wales as Cruz goes in against a strong wall of red, instantly taken off to the inside.
It's given Wales the advantage of 3-on-1 offense-defense, and it pays off as Ashton picks up the lead jammer. Just as KQ is sent to the penalty box, reducing the Argentinian blockers again.
And we've seen a knee pad hit the floor.
Longworth trying to point out somebody is missing part of their kit. We want to make sure everybody is safe on track.
Vasquez lining up against Ashby.
Again, Wales with the pack advantage on track. James Clark providing some offense, trying to get Ashby through on the inside line.
Vasquez with that quick hit against Ashby straight off the line. Now Ashby looking like he's coming up against the last line of defence, taken to the inside of turn one.
Beautiful hit there from Nicolas Bergacho.
And that hit has meant Argentina have managed to pick up lead. Vasquez might have been taken to the outside of turn two.
But Ashby has pushed the pack out to turn three and has cleared the pack for his initial pass. But Argentina see the threat, call the jam.
And the first. And that brings an end to that.
So Wales now on 4 points, Argentina on 10. We've only had 4 minutes go in this game and I can't cope.
It's going to be a closely fought game.
So on the jam line for Wales, it is Hurlston. Up against Black Shadow for Argentina, who finds that inside line open. Lead jammer in 2 seconds.
Hurlston fighting against a complete Argentinian wall. Some offense being provided by his teammates.
Thornbud with the big hit, but it's not enough to break up that wall. Hurlston facing a full wall of white.
Argentina just stepping over themselves on turn three, looking for some space. A backblock has been assessed on Wales's 918 Clutterbuck.
But Black Shadow sees Hurlston coming back to the pack and calls the jam. That was an incredibly physical jam from both teams. I think Argentina has said, if you want to do the big hits, we can do the big hits too.
Wales put the call.
But Argentina picking up the majority of the points there. 8 points in that jam, 20 now playing for. And it is
Pibe for Argentina going up against
Oliver for Wales. Pibe, one of the jammers from the 2014 Argentina team up in Birmingham World Cup.
And we've seen Argentina putting up a different jammer every time. And look at that from Pibe on the inside of turn one. Spam round to get through on the scoring pass.
Pibe, one of the most agile and footwork amazing jammers that we've seen in men's roller derby. I think picked up the best jammer award at the 2014 World Cup. I mean, came out of nowhere and everybody was just like, where has he come from? He's incredible.
I think we're just going to see that scoring pass as he comes in. Look at this footwork.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty. So on the jam line for Wales, it is Ashton up against Chispa for Argentina. Tentative start from both jammers.
Chispa having a bit of a hard time, but Shaw going down has given him a little bit more room to breathe. He finds that space, gets through and picks up lead.
Argentina are having some success at breaking up that Wales wall. They're getting their jammers through quicker, especially in the first few seconds, and that's really starting to pay off with this points gap.
And that's a cut track penalty to Ashton, so a power jam, the first one of the game, in the favour of Argentina.
And it's full Argentina offense to break up that wall of 4 red. And the pack has actually completed an entire lap in the first minute of this jam, which is just showing the fluidity of the defense and the offense that each team is playing. But it's Burrows with the hit out on Chispa and the recycle, just as Ashton returns to the track. But Wales now with 2 blockers in the penalty box as Chispa is completing a scoring pass.
Wales looking a bit light on the track. That initial pass picked up now by Ashton. Took him a bit of time. He obviously returned to the track.
But Wales now with a full blocker penalty box. They have 2 sitting and 1 standing. So it will be just 1 blocker on track for Wales. And it's no surprise it's James Clark.
And Argentina having a little bit of fun here. Pibe and Cruz, both with the star on, both at the jam line. They're making the most of a light Wales on the track. Even Argentina a little bit thin on the floor.
And it's Ashby who gets lead.
It's incredible given how few blockers are on the track.
And over Pibe as well, just incredible. A lot of people have been expecting this to be one of the games of the tournament, and this is why. Wales picking up 3 points. And we're just checking for how many points Argentina awarded. 4 points for Argentina. Oh, that was just phenomenal to watch. The hairs on the back of my neck have gone up.
Just so fast-paced.
Yes. So we have Hurlston for Wales taking a run up against Cruz for Argentina. But Wales with the blocker advantage on track, and it pays off with Hurlston picking up lead. Second lead for Wales in a row.
Cruz having a tough job trying to get through between turn 1 and 2. Finds the space, gets initial. Quite a lot of speed in the track, in the pack as they came between 2 and 3.
Oh, that was a big hit from Swift on the Argentina jammer.
Smiles on the faces of Argentina at the end of the jam.
But Wales picked up 3 points in that jam to Argentina's 2. So I think that's the first jam that Wales have had more points actually at the end of that jam. So there's a bit of momentum, 2 leads in a row, that 1 extra point. I think, you know,
starting to find their feet and their flow with the game.
Yeah, but Argentina are very good at mixing it up. So just when you think that you know how it's going,
everything changes. As Oliver on the line with Vasquez for Argentina. Oliver fighting up front.
Both teams with 3 blockers on track. But it's Heavy Dolce with the hit out and the recycle. Third jam in a row, 4th jam overall for Wales as lead. Oliver approaching the pack for his scoring pass. And that was a big hit on Optimus Quad.
Watson recycling Vasquez.
But Optimus Quad going to the box for that big splash in the pack.
Thornflakes planting quite a big shoulder hit, but also goes off.
It was an out of bounds hit. I think it's one of those unfortunate ones. There was a lot of momentum going on, but you do the crime, you pay the time. So Oliver is on a scoring pass and calls the jam just as Argentina get out to complete that initial pass. So Wales with 5 points, closing that gap down. 15 now playing 49. 18 minutes left in this game.
0 points picked up by Argentina. That's the second time that they haven't picked up any points in the jam as we go into jam 10.
This is electric.
And the crowd is fantastic. Wales are always known for being very vocal, but Argentina have been incredibly well supported while in Barcelona.
So it's Black Shadow up against Luke Ashton, and it's a jammer hit out and recycled to the corner 4. Ashton, both teams facing 3 blockers each on track, but Thornflakes is back.
Both packs returning to full teams.
But it's a power jam for Wales as Black Shadow goes to the box for a cut track penalty. Lead jammer for Wales. That's the 4th in a row.
We've started to see a bit of a turn of the tables, perhaps, with Wales' ability to pick up lead. But we're seeing a cut track penalty being given to Luke Ashton. So straight away, Black Shadow darts out of the box, runs back to the track. Wales preparing for his arrival.
And this means this will be a full 2-minute jam, as lead had been awarded.
That was Black Shadow's initial pass.
Party Boy has gone to the box for Argentina just as Ashton returns. And that was a forearms for Nicholas Bergaccio on Ashton, who completes his initial pass. So both jammers now on scoring passes, and this will go the full 2 minutes.
Longworth just getting in everyone's way to try and stop Argentina. Bit of jammer on jammer action happening on turn 3. A well-placed hit by Ashton takes Shadow out.
Proper sprawl to the floor, but Ashton hits the pack, and also on the floor, big hit from Argentina.
A really well-timed one as well.
And the jam comes to a natural conclusion. And it is a team timeout called by Wales. Argentina picking up 9 points in that jam, Wales picking up 7.
So 58 playing 22. Closely fought, like we said earlier. It is looking incredibly likely that Wales are going to go through to a quarterfinals game.
If they lose this game.
Pardon?
If they lose this game.
Even if they lose this game.
In the last 4 jams, Wales have picked up 18 of their 22 points, so that momentum shift has definitely happened. So,
and 15 of those were picked up by Argentina in the same period of time.
Just a chance to talk about some of our sponsors. Roller Derby Elite, the brand that is the sport, a proud sponsor of Worldwide Roller Derby and a platinum sponsor of Team USA.
Yeah, so even though Wales got lead in the last 4, Argentina are still adding to their score and picking up points. Argentina sitting the top of the purple Group 6 at the moment with 416 points in their favour. Wales with 365 points in their favour. Just a reminder that 2 of the second-place teams across all brackets will go through to the quarterfinals based on points differentials after you strip out their worst played game.
So P-Bay versus Ashby, and it's Ashby out first, but P-Bay right behind him, and it's a jammer race. P-Bay tries for the jammer hit, and Ashton just calls the jam. So Argentina thrilled with a 0-0 jam there.
Argentina are sat right next to where we are, and they're incredibly good spirits.
There is a lot of energy on the Argentina bench, I think that's fair to say.
So Hurlston, again, going in for a run-up coming into the start of this jam.
It's a signature move of Hurlston. But this is his World Cup debut, so the first time we've seen it in a World Cup.
And Chispa picks up lead for Argentina. Hurlston having a bit more of a tough time on turn 2.
But Longworth and Bud are out of the box and will be trying to break up that Argentina wall for him.
And this is the first time in 6 jams that Argentina are picking up lead. Chispa having a hard time trying to get through on the scoring pass, though.
Hurlston was hit out to the inside and skated almost the entirety of the inside to get back into the right position. But Swift picking up a multiplayer block, giving Argentina the blocker advantage on track. Hurlston being hit out and recycled back to turn 2.
Chispa now coming in on the second scoring pass. Hurlston yet to get out on initial. Really strong wall from Argentina. A minute gone of the jam so far. Chispa probably looking to work out as much of the jam as possible. That was incredible.
That was beautiful. We'd love to see a replay of that footwork. You have somebody as physically strong as Burrows and Bud holding back Chispa, and he just dances around the outside. The core strength alone to keep on his skates was incredible.
And look how fast the pack moves as it goes into turn 2.
Oh, and there's some apex jumping going on, but unfortunately ending up in a sprawl.
Yeah, Longworth taking to the floor. Chispa coming in on another scoring pass. Look, he just dances along the inside edge to pick up a full 5 points.
I swear there wasn't even a centimetre there. But he finds that gap. But that was a hit out from Hurlston, putting Chispa out and recycled.
I would not want to be on the receiving end of Hurlston's shoulders sometimes. Look, and we're just going to see that. Look at that great hit.
So this is Argentina's highest scoring jam, 24 points, but Wales managing to pick up 1. So 82 points, now playing 23, 11 minutes left in this game. I do not want this game to end. And
we're going to see that inside edge found probably less than about 5 centimetres, just gets the gap he needs to get through on his scoring pass.
Both teams with full blocker complement on track. Ashton jamming for Wales, and it is Cruz for Argentina. Mainwaring to the penalty box, and that pays off as Cruz picks up lead jammer for Argentina.
Argentina responding to that 6 in a row that Wales got earlier by picking up a couple of their own leads and getting quite a lot more points along the way as well. 0-8-7 for Argentina off to the Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box.
So is Heavy Dolce for Argentina off to the Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box.
It's getting busy over there at the moment. It's quite light on track. Cruz coming in on another scoring pass.
But Mainwaring is back. And I think Cruz looking for some notice from the referees there. It seemed a bit unhappy.
I think it looked like he was signalling back to his bench, something to do with asking the bench to look at me, because he didn't seem entirely sure whether they wanted him to call it off. And because whether they wanted them to release some players from the box, because it is quite heavy there at the moment. But in releasing some of their players would have released Wales as well. So
we have a 2-2 pack on track. It is Ashby versus
Vasquez.
Yes. And it's Ashton with lead jammer. Even with 2 players on track, Wales able to hold back Vasquez for almost a lap of Ashby now. But Vasquez is free out on the outside, completing his initial pass. But Ashby has completed a 4-point scoring pass, calls the jam.
And the Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box has been emptied during the course of that jam as well, with Wales picking up 4 points.
Closing the gap down now, just 61 points between the 2 teams. And in terms of the competition, the World Cup, that's really close.
It is very close with what we've seen so far. 8 minutes left on the clock.
I want this to be an hour-long game.
I could watch more of Argentina and Wales.
It is Oliver versus Black Shadow on the jam line. Oliver pushed out on turn 1 and is recycled all the way back to the jam line, just as James Clark goes to the penalty box.
And Shadow finds the gap to get through, picks up lead. Back advantage sits with Argentina.
Wales are preparing for his return. There's a lot of argy-bargy going on in this pack.
Black Shadow having a little bit of friction coming through the pack, but now out, coming in for a second scoring pass.
Longworth, look, eyeing him up as he returned to the pack, but working really hard with Dave Shaw to hold him back for a good sort of 5-6 seconds.
Oliver having an incredibly tough time at the moment, nearly a whole lap completed, trying to push through, knocked out again on the outside of turn 4, and it's being recycled to the start of turn 3. Argentina really stretching out the pack to get him back there.
And Shaw picking up oh no, it's James Clark picking up the forearms penalty for that big hit.
And that little bit of confusion between who had the penalty amongst the players gave Black Shadow the space he needed to just get through as well.
But Shaw also to the penalty box. So this is now just Luke Mainwaring on track for Wales up against a full Argentina pack, who are thrilled by that jam, I think it's fair to say.
They were very happy. 15 points. They also ended that jam with Oliver going to the box for a cut track penalty. So Argentina looking very strong as we go into jam 16. Only 6 minutes left on the clock, and they've broken a century.
Yeah.
That's why they're happy.
Yeah. Hurlston with a traditional run-up against P-Bay.
Argentina, 0 jammer penalties at all as throughout the game so far, and 3 for Wales.
P-Bay picking up lead. Hurlston still having to push his way through the pack, and with so many blockers in the Cheeseballs-Barron penalty box, he's been having to do it on his own.
Look how fast Pivet came round the outside of turn 3. He dipped down completely, almost underneath Wales's wall.
Diaz with a last-minute block on Hurlston, doesn't hold him back. Hurlston brushes it off, completes the initial pass, approaches the pack, forces the jam to be called off. Argentina picking up 9 points in that jam, taking them to 117, Wales on 27. And Argentina are psyched.
We're just having a look back at how difficult it was to get through that Argentinian wall. And are we going to see the moment that Pivet speeds round the outside, almost unnoticed?
Oh, incredible. Chispa against Ashton.
And an empty Cheeseballs Bearings penalty box.
That's the first time for a while. Oh, and Chispa just brushes off that block from Clutterbuck to get that outside line lead jammer. And it's Longworth picking up a forearms penalty to the Cheeseballs Bearings penalty box.
The scoring pass achieved quickly for Chispa. Picks up the full 5.
But Ashton has gone to the box. This is a power jam for Argentina. And Chispa's making the most of it. So that is the 4th jammer penalty for Wales.
Wales are ready to receive Chispa, but with only 2 left on the track, the offense comes in thick and fast, and it works.
Mainwaring with a huge hit to the inside. Mainwaring and Thornflakes, the 2 blockers on track, swallowed up by Argentina's offense to let Chispa through with no friction. Wales now with 3 blockers on track and Ashton in the pack.
Chispa picks up 4 more.
This is a very big jam for Argentina.
Forearms assessed on number 4 for Argentina.
Nicolas Bergacho.
The pivot helmet cover for Argentina sitting on the floor at the moment, but I don't think that Schisper is likely to pass his helmet cover anytime soon.
Just facing off against Clutterbuck up the front. Oh, just one-on-one blocking masterpiece there.
I have to say that was a great bit of last line of defence.
Yeah. The common theory is that Clutterbuck actually has 4 centres of gravity, 1 in each foot and 1 in each arm.
A great jam for Argentina with 23 points picked up, and a great chance to say thank you to Sucker Punch Skate Shop, the largest Derby owned and operated store in Europe, operating online and having a physical store. Heavily involved in the European Derby community on a number of levels. They are reliable for their service, honest advice and competitive prices, as well as top quality products.
So we have a timeout called by Argentina. I think everybody needs to take a breath. I'm just like, oh my Lord.
It's been a very intense 28 minutes. I remember the clock isn't stopping for anything during these 30-minute games. Only a few left of the group stages today.
Yep, we finish the group stages by about 3 p.m. and then we'll start moving into the knockout stages. But I need a breather after this game.
We do. I mean, after this game, you'll be able to tune into, from the yellow group, Australia taking on Scotland on the roller derby city track. Coming up here after this game will be Canada taking on Poland in the green group.
Both of those games are going to be great to watch.
They will.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure they'll have quite this level of excitement, but...
In terms of how the leads have been broken up, we've seen Argentina get lead 10 times, but Wales with 7. So
yeah,
it's quite evenly matched on the who got lead front, but in terms of the points on the board, it's not reflected.
I think it's the skill levels of the Argentina jammers are very high, which is bolstered by their very strong defence. But just to put all that in context, Ashby skips through for lead jammer for Wales.
Yep.
8th lead jam.
Yeah, so what we're saying is Cruz has got out for Argentina and has picked up some points in the process as well. They're just waiting for a clarification on that. 2 points for Argentina, whereas when Argentina are getting lead, they're denying Wales that chance.
Yeah. So this is going to be the last jam of the game, and it is Hurlston for Wales up against Vasquez for Argentina.
Pack advantage sits with Argentina.
Both teams with full packs now on track. James Clark with a hit out and recycle on Vasquez.
Vasquez comes in, tries to push, and Wales WAL looking incredibly together. Finds some space on the outside and gets the last hit as Hurlston picks up lead.
That was a great hit again from Swift.
Vasquez tries to put in a hit on Hurlston as he comes through, mistimes it and ends up taking himself off.
But Heavy Dolce has been sent to the box for 2 penalties, so will sit out probably the majority of this jam. Hurlston completes that scoring pass, but Vasquez is out of his initial pass and so will score if he returns back to the pack. But Hurlston sees the danger, calls the jam.
Ending with quite a big finish. Not going out with a boom, but going out with a big hit.
Nearly 25% of their points in that last jam.
Yeah, the highest point scoring jam for Wales as they finish with 9. I think that's a little bit indicative of how it's all worked out, having a look at the end.
And we're just having a replay on that hit where Vasquez mistimed the hit and took himself to the inside instead of taking Hurlston out.
So there were only 4 jams where Argentina didn't score any points in total. And that is the final score. Yeah, and that was one of them. So if you look at the points per jam, when you break it up,
it's these large, multiple scoring passes by Argentina in the first half of the game that really defined that differential.
Yeah, very few times where they got 0, and even when Wales are getting leads, you know, Argentina are there responding. I mean, if you look at the second jam, it almost level peggins.
Yeah. It just, I mean, this just tells you the story of the game in a nice picture.
It does.
So, but what a phenomenal game. Just incredible skating, excitement, passion. It had everything.
Yeah, and we're gonna be reviewing because that was the last game for the purple group very shortly in the studio. We'll be taking a look back at all of the games when Argentina played Denmark, Wales took on New Zealand, Wales played Denmark, Argentina, New Zealand yesterday, and we'll look back at a couple of the highlights of what we've just seen on track as well, and what that means going into the quarterfinals. Absolutely. I've been Dork Mistress. I've been Brom. And thanks so much for joining us. A big thank you to our wonderful producer. Yes, indeed. Whipping Red Siren. And we'll be back with you very shortly.